I've earned 30 plus certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the Ultimate 200 to 201 Exam Masterclass. Are you ready to crack the 200 to 201 exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. Which event is user interaction? A. Gaining root access. B. Executing remote code. C. Reading and writing file permission. D. Opening a malicious file. Correct answer D. Opening a malicious file. Explanation. Opening a malicious file requires direct user action. User interaction occurs when a person actively triggers an event like file opening. Question 2. Which security principle requires more than one person is required to perform a critical task? A. Least privilege. B. Need to know. C. Separation of duties. D. Due diligence. Correct answer C. Separation of duties. Explanation. Separation of duties divides critical tasks between multiple people. This prevents misuse or fraud by a single individual. Question 3. How is attacking a vulnerability categorized? A. Action on objectives. B. Delivery. C. Exploitation. D. Installation. Correct answer C. Exploitation. Explanation. Exploitation is when an attacker uses a vulnerability to gain control or access. It's a direct attack phase in the kill chain. Question 4. What is a benefit of agent-based protection when compared to agentless protection? A. It lowers maintenance costs. B. It provides a centralized platform. C. It collects and detects all traffic locally. D. It manages numerous devices simultaneously. Correct answer B. It provides a centralized platform. Explanation. Agent-based protection provides a centralized platform for management. It allows detailed endpoint visibility and control. Question 5. Which principle is being followed when an analyst gathers information relevant to a security incident to determine the appropriate course of action? A. Decision-making. B. Rapid response. C. Data mining. D. Due diligence. Correct answer A. Decision-making. Explanation. Decision-making involves analyzing evidence to choose the right action. It's vital for effective incident handling. Question 6. One of the objectives of information security is to protect the CIA of information and systems. What does CIA mean in this context? A. Confidentiality, identity, and authorization. B. Confidentiality, integrity, and authorization. C. Confidentiality, identity, and availability. D. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Correct answer D. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Explanation. CIA stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are the three core pillars of information security. Question 7. What is rule-based detection when compared to statistical detection? A. Proof of a user's identity. B. Proof of a user's action. C. Likelihood of user's action. D. Falsification of a user's identity. Correct answer B. Proof of a user's action. Explanation. Rule-based detection identifies predefined actions based on known patterns. It detects proof of a user's action using fixed rules. Question 8. Which process is used when IPS events are removed to improve data integrity? A. Data availability. B. Data normalization. C. Data signature. D. Data protection. Correct answer B. Data normalization. Explanation. Data normalization standardizes data by removing duplicates or anomalies. It enhances consistency and data integrity. Question 9. An analyst is investigating an incident in a SOC environment. Which method is used to identify a session from a group of logs? A. Sequence numbers. B. IP identifier. C. 5-tuple. D. Timestamps. Correct answer C. 5-tuple. Explanation. A 5-tuple identifies sessions using source and destination IPs, ports, and protocol. It uniquely defines network communications. Question 10. Which type of data consists of connection-level, application-specific records generated from network traffic? A. Transaction data. B. Location data. C. Statistical data. D. Alert data. Correct answer A. Transaction data. Explanation. Transaction data captures detailed records of communications or exchanges. It shows who talked to whom and how. Question 11. How does an attacker observe network traffic exchanged between two users? A. Port scanning. B. Man in the middle. C. Command injection. D. Denial of service. Correct answer B. Man in the middle. Explanation. In a man-in-the-middle attack, the attacker intercepts communication between two parties. It allows spying or data manipulation. Question 12. What is the practice of giving employees only those permissions necessary to perform their specific role within an organization? A. Least privilege. B. Need to know. C. Integrity validation. D. Due diligence. Correct answer A. Least privilege. Explanation. The principle of least privilege restricts user access to only what's needed. It limits potential damage from account compromise. Question 13. A user received a malicious attachment but did not run it. Which category classifies the intrusion? A. Weaponization. B. Reconnaissance. C. Installation. D. Delivery. Correct answer D. Delivery. Explanation. Delivery is when the attacker sends the malicious payload. The attack is not successful until it's executed. Question 14. What makes HTTPS traffic difficult to monitor? A. SSL interception. B. Packet header size. C. Signature detection time. D. Encryption. Correct answer D. Encryption. Explanation. HTTPS uses encryption to protect data in transit. This encryption hides content, making monitoring difficult. Question 15. Which security principle is violated by running all processes as root or administrator? A. Principle of least privilege. B. Role-based access control. C. Separation of duties. D. Trusted computing base. Correct answer A. Principle of least privilege. Explanation. Running everything as root violates the least privilege principle. It increases risk if a process is compromised. Question 16. What is the function of a command and control server? A. It enumerates open ports on a network device. B. It drops secondary payload into malware. C. It is used to regain control of the network after a compromise. D. It sends instruction to a compromised system. Correct answer D. It sends instruction to a compromised system. Explanation. A command and control C2 server sends instructions to infected devices. It allows attackers to manage compromised systems remotely. Question 17. How is NetFlow different from traffic mirroring? A. NetFlow collects metadata and traffic mirroring clones data. B. Traffic mirroring impacts switch performance, and NetFlow does not. C. Traffic mirroring costs less to operate than NetFlow. D. NetFlow generates more data than traffic mirroring. Correct answer A. NetFlow collects metadata and traffic mirroring clones data. Explanation. NetFlow collects summarized metadata, not full packets. Traffic mirroring copies entire data streams for analysis. Question 18. Which evasion technique is a function of ransomware? A. Extended sleep calls. B. Encryption. C. Resource exhaustion. D. Encoding. Correct answer B. Encryption. Explanation. Ransomware encrypts user data to demand payment. Encryption is its main method of attack and evasion. Question 19. Which attack is the network vulnerable to when a stream cipher like RC4 is used twice with the same key? A. Forgery attack. B. Plaintext-only attack. C. Ciphertext-only attack. D. Meet-in-the-middle attack. Correct answer, C. Ciphertext-only attack. Explanation. Reusing stream cipher keys allows ciphertext-only attacks. Attackers can exploit repeated key stream patterns. Question 20. Which event is a vishing attack? A. Obtaining disposed documents from an organization. B. Using a vulnerability scanner on a corporate network. C. Impersonating a tech support agent during a phone call. D. Setting up a rogue access point near a public hotspot. Correct answer, C. Impersonating a tech support agent during a phone call. Explanation. Vishing uses phone calls to trick victims into giving information. It's voice-based social engineering. Question 21. Which attack method intercepts traffic on a switched network? A. Denial of service. B. ARP cache poisoning. C. DHCP snooping. D. Command and control. Correct answer B. ARP cache poisoning. Explanation. ARP cache poisoning tricks devices into sending data to the attacker. It enables traffic interception in a LAN. Question 22. What does an attacker use to determine which network ports are listening on a potential target device? A. Man in the middle. B. Port scanning. C. SQL injection. D. Ping sweep. Correct answer B. Port scanning. Explanation. Port scanning identifies open or listening ports on a system. It helps attackers find entry points. Question 23. Which data type is necessary to get information about source/destination ports? A. Statistical data. B. Session data. C. Alert data. D. Connectivity data. Correct answer B. Session data. Explanation. Session data records details like IPs, ports, and protocols. It helps analyze traffic flows between endpoints. Question 24. A security incident occurred with the potential of impacting business services. Who performs the attack? A. Threat actor. B. Malware author. C. Direct competitor. D. Bug bounty hunter. Correct answer A. Threat actor. Explanation. A threat actor is an individual or group conducting attacks. They intentionally target systems or data. Question 25. What is the practice of giving an employee access to only the resources needed to accomplish their job? A. Principle of least privilege. B. Organizational separation. C. Separation of duties. D. Need-to-know principle. Correct answer A. Principle of least privilege. Explanation. The principle of least privilege limits user access rights. It helps reduce potential attack surfaces. Question 26. Which metric is used to capture the level of access needed to launch a successful attack? A. Privileges required. B. User interaction. C. Attack complexity. D. Attack vector. Correct answer A. Privileges required. Explanation. Privileges required measure how much access an attacker needs. Lower privileges make attacks easier to execute. Question 27. What is the principle of defense in depth? A. Agentless and agent-based protection for security are used. B. Several distinct protective layers are involved. C. Access control models are involved. D. Authentication, authorization, and accounting mechanisms are used. Correct answer B. Several distinct protective layers are involved. Explanation. Defense in depth uses multiple layers of defense. It ensures that if one layer fails, others still protect the system. Question 28. What is the relationship between a vulnerability and a threat? A. A threat exploits a vulnerability. B. A vulnerability is a calculation of the potential loss caused by a threat. C. A vulnerability exploits a threat. D. A threat is a calculation of the potential loss caused by a vulnerability. Correct answer A. A threat exploits a vulnerability. Explanation. Threats exploit vulnerabilities to cause harm. Vulnerabilities are weaknesses that threats take advantage of. Question 29. What specific type of analysis is assigning values to the scenario to see expected outcomes? A. Deterministic. B. Exploratory. C. Probabilistic. D. Descriptive. Correct answer A. Deterministic. Explanation. Deterministic analysis uses fixed values to predict outcomes. It's used when variables and conditions are known. Question 30. Why is encryption challenging to security monitoring? A. Encryption analysis is used by attackers to monitor VPN tunnels. B. Encryption is used by threat actors as a method of evasion and obfuscation. C. Encryption introduces additional processing requirements by the CPU. D. Encryption introduces larger packet sizes to analyze and store. Correct answer B. Encryption is used by threat actors as a method of evasion and obfuscation. Explanation. Encryption hides malicious activity within data streams. Attackers use it to evade detection by security tools. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.